Wake the hell up. While you're sleeping, someone's building an empire. While you're doubting yourself, someone's making moves that will crush you. This isn't a game, this is war. And if you want to dominate life, you better listen up. You weren't born to be average. You weren't born to blend in. You were born to lead, to conquer, and to outperform every weak, excuse-making loser around you. In this video, I'm giving you 5 raw, unfiltered lessons to become unstoppable. The kind of person who doesn't just compete, but annihilates the competition. Let's go. If you want to win, you can't have a plan B. Period. Winners don't entertain backup plans because they're too busy making plan A non-negotiable. The second you give yourself a safety net, you're already planning to fall. You're already telling yourself that failure is acceptable. And let me tell you something. The most dangerous people in the world are the ones who have nothing to go back to. That's what makes them lethal. That's what makes them unreasonable. And that's exactly why they win. Think about Cortez. The man lands on the shores of a foreign land, and the first thing he does, he burns the fucking ships. Why? Because retreat wasn't an option. He forced his men to either conquer or die. That's the mindset of a true warrior. That's how the unstoppable think. They don't play to participate, they play to dominate. Too many of you are keeping doors open just in case. If this doesn't work, I can always go back to my job. No, that's weak thinking. That's how average people talk. You want to be extraordinary? Start committing like it's do or die. Burn the boats means burning the excuses. It means saying no to your old self, the one who settled, the one who procrastinated, the one who thought maybe, someday, if everything lines up just right. That version of you has to be destroyed. You think legends were built on safety? You think champions reached the top with a comfortable fallback plan? Hell no. They made success the only option. When you do that, your brain stops looking for ways out and starts finding only ways forward. That's where the fire gets lit. Your comfort zone is your prison. It's padded with Netflix, cheap dopamine, and lazy people who tell you to take it easy. You want to take it easy? You'll live easy, die average, and be forgotten in a week. Burn the comfort zone, set it on fire, and walk into the chaos. That's where you'll meet the version of you that was always meant to rise. You can't create power in the soft soil of comfort that you created under pressure, in discomfort, in absolute commitment. You never know how powerful you are until your back is against the wall and there's no way out but forward. People say don't burn bridges. Suck that. If that bridge leads back to weakness, back to mediocrity, back to the version of you that wasted time and blamed everyone else, burn it to ash. Winners are not halfway in, they're all in. If you want to be one of them, you've got to stop being available for anything less than domination. Draw a line, step over it, burn everything behind you. There's nothing back there worth saving. You want to be unstoppable? Then stop giving yourself options. Set fire to the escape hatch. Lock into your mission like your life depends on it. Because it does. The moment you think you've made it, you're done, you're already slipping. The second you start relaxing because of a little progress, someone hungrier, faster, and more vicious is already on your heels. That's the truth. The people at the top, the real killers, don't train like they're winning. They train like they're in last place. Like they're nobodies. Like everything they've built could be taken away in a second. And guess what? It can. Success doesn't care about yesterday's wins. It doesn't care about your trophies, your likes, or your past hustle. Success only responds to what you do today and whether you're still worthy of the life you say you want. Too many people start coasting the moment they see a little shine. They get a small win and think they've arrived. They start sleeping in, skipping the hard reps, ignoring the details. And then they wonder why they get overtaken. It's because they stopped showing up like they were starving. The truth is, if you're not training like you're in last place, like you have everything to prove, someone else will outwork you. Someone else will beat you because you got comfortable. Comfort is a cancer. It eats the edge right off your spirit. Comfort is what destroys talent. It's what turns hungry lions into lazy house cats. When you train like you're in last place, you operate with intensity, with desperation. You don't take your shots casually, you show up early, stay late, and out-execute every single person around you. You watch the game film, you do the extra reps, you study what others ignore. You don't half-ass anything. Because in your mind, there's always more to prove, always another level, always another target to destroy. You stay dangerous, you stay sharp, you stay ready, and when opportunity knocks, you don't need to get ready, you are ready. So this mindset separates the unstoppable from the average. It's not about being motivated for a week. It's about showing up like a machine every single day, even when it's hard, even when nobody's watching, especially when it sucks. When you train like you're losing, you fight harder, you grind deeper, you refuse to be outdone. That kind of fire creates a force that no competition can match. It turns you into a beast, the kind of beast who doesn't just win once, but dominates again and again. Because they never stop fighting like they're behind. Success is rent, and the rent is due every damn day. You either pay it or you fall behind. There is no middle ground. So the question is, are you training like a champion or are you training like it's already yours? Because if you're not hungry, you're getting eaten, period. That week people fast. Not next week, not when it's convenient. Now, because every second you waste with people who don't believe in growth, who don't challenge you, who don't demand excellence from themselves or anyone else, you are slowly bleeding your potential dry. Your circle is your power source or your poison. There is no neutral energy in your environment. People either lift you higher or drag you straight to mediocrity. The minute someone starts complaining, making excuses, playing the victim, that's your sign, that's your cue to cut them loose. You don't owe anyone comfort at the cost of your future. So let me break this down for you. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So if you're hanging out with losers, guess what? You're next in line. And don't tell me, but they're my friends or their family. You think success gives a damn about how long you've known someone? No. Success rewards results, not relationship. If someone close to you is poisoning your mindset with fear, laziness, doubt, or negativity, then you're letting them hold the pen to your life story, and they are writing your failure. You've got dreams, right? You say you want to be a champion, to outperform everyone else, to build a legacy, but you're still entertaining people who've accepted average as a lifestyle. You're listening to people who've never built anything, never taken a risk, never bet on themselves. That's like asking a blind man for directions. They can't see the path, so they'll lead you straight into a wall. Every second you spend around weak people, your standards drop. Your fire dies a little more. Your belief shrinks. Here's the harsh truth. It's lonely at the top, but it's even lonelier at the bottom when you realize you stayed small just to keep others comfortable. You can't take everyone with you, and not everyone deserves to come. If they don't push you to be better, they don't belong in your circle. Surround yourself with warriors, people who make you uncomfortable because they're playing at a higher level, people who force you to grow just to keep up. That's how you rise. This isn't personal. This is business. The business of your life, your legacy, your one shot. And if that means letting go of lifelong friends, family members, or your comfort zone, then so be it. Because the price of greatness is sacrifice. And weak people will never pay that price, but you must. So be ruthless, be unapologetic, protect your mind like your life depends on it, because it does. Cut the dead weight, cut the noise, cut the weakness, and watch how fast you rise. Mastering relentless discipline is not just a tactic, it's a lifestyle, a non-negotiable requirement for anyone who wants to rise above mediocrity and step into greatness. Motivation is weak, it fades. It depends on your mood, on the weather, on whether your coffee tasted good this morning. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. Discipline shows up when you're tired, when you're sore, when the world is falling apart around you. That's what separates the amateurs from the elite. The amateurs need to feel like doing the work. The professionals, they do it no matter what. You think champions always feel like grinding? You think titans of industry wake up every day with a smile on their face, ready to crush the world? Hell no. They have days where they're exhausted, frustrated, beaten down, but they show up anyway. Why? Because they're driven by purpose, by duty, by the standard they've set for themselves. And that standard doesn't bend for emotion. But that's what relentless discipline is, making a habit of excellence so deeply embedded that you don't need to think, you just do. It becomes part of your DNA. You want freedom? Discipline is the price. You want success? Discipline is the path. All the talk about balance and self-care is a modern trap, not because rest is bad, but because most people hide behind it to justify their laziness. The truth is, balance is the luxury of those who've already earned it. If you're still building, still climbing, still proving, then you don't get balance. You get discipline. And if that scares you, good. That means it's the truth. You wake up earlier than everyone else, not because it's trendy, but because you're at war with average. You work longer, not to brag, but because every extra hour is one step further away from being broke, from being unknown, from being forgettable. You outgrind everyone, not because it looks good on social media, but because deep down, you refuse to be outworked. The world doesn't reward intentions, it rewards execution. It doesn't care how much you wanted to succeed, it only remembers who did. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you're feeding a beast inside you, a beast that will eventually devour all your competition. But it takes time, it takes sacrifice, it takes thousands of silent, unseen moments where you do the hard thing when no one's watching. That's where greatness is built, not on stages, but in the dark with no applause, just grit and commitment. So stop chasing fleeting motivation and start building ruthless consistency. Make the gym non-negotiable, make the extra rep mandatory, make success a damn obligation, not a wish. Because the man who waits to feel ready is already buried by the one who showed up anyway. Discipline wins every time. If you don't believe in yourself, why should anyone else? That's not just a motivational line, it's the hard truth. This world doesn't hand out confidence like candy. It doesn't reward people waiting in line for approval. It rewards those who decide they're worth betting on and then prove it through ruthless action. Betting on yourself means you stop looking for permission, for validation, for someone to tap you on the shoulder and say, you're ready now. No one is coming to save you. No mentor, no partner, no magic moment. It's all on you, and the sooner you accept that, the faster you rise. When you bet on yourself, you flip the script, you stop saying, what if I fail, and start asking, what if I win bigger than anyone thought possible? You stop playing safe. You stop tiptoeing through life, trying not to disturb the opinions of others. People who play safe get safe results, and safe is the slow poison that kills greatness. Betting on yourself means putting your name, your effort, your sweat, your soul on the line. It means risking embarrassment, rejection, failure, and doing it anyway. Because you know deep down, you've got what it takes. You don't need the perfect background, perfect timing, or perfect strategy. What you need is absolute conviction. The world can smell insecurity. It can sniff out fear like a predator. But when you walk in the room with unshakable confidence, when your actions scream, I'm here to dominate, the world has no choice but to pay attention. That's the energy of someone who bets on themselves. Not cockiness, certainty. Certainty forged in fire. You earn that by keeping promises to yourself. By showing up when it's hard. By doing the damn work, even when nobody's watching. Most people tiptoe through life hoping to arrive at death safely. That's not living, that's hiding. Betting on yourself means accepting that there will be scars, there will be losses, there will be pain. but you're still all in. You're still pushing forward, because the only thing worse than failure is regret. Regret is what you feel when you didn't bet on yourself, when you played small, when you knew you were capable of more, but you let fear win. So right now, not tomorrow, not next week, decide. Decide that you're done waiting. Decide that you're done asking for permission. Start building a belief system so strong, so unbreakable, that nothing can stop your momentum. Make your standards higher, make your goals bigger, and most importantly, put your own name on the line. There's no plan B. There's no backup dream. You are the strategy, you are the weapon, you are the bet. And when you go all in on yourself, the world will move. It has no choice. Because no force is more powerful than someone who believes without a shadow of a doubt they cannot be stopped. You've got one shot at this life. One. So quit whining, quit waiting, start moving like your destiny is on the line, because it is. Be bold, be relentless, be unfucking stoppable. Let the world feel your presence. Subscribe, like, and go build your empire.